Hi, it's Nick S., the CD Man. Today's a special video. I'm going to rank the 11 items. There are about 11. I picked a couple of them that I'm lumping into the same number of the way I listen to my music, and I'm going to rate them for you today. Now, my ratings are based mainly, if not only, on the sound quality, as I'm an audiophile. And when I say sound quality, for music, either streamed or listened to via physical media, if it applies. So we're going to start in the first category with my headphone category. There are there are 6 pairs of headphones that I'm going to rank. Let's start from the top to the bottom. Now I'm going to give you the ranking for when I bought them, fresh out of the box, basically, and then I'm going to give the ranking shortly after I bought them, like today's ranking. I ranked them today. I'm also going to mention, other than the sound quality, any major flaw the headphones have. They're not major, obviously. Not going to mention it. We start with the lowest ranking headphones. I'm going to do the ratings by the current ratings. And the first headphones originally got an 8, and now I'd give them as low as a 4. And that is the Apple AirPods. We're talking about the $150 AirPods or the $199 AirPods. They're about that price, maybe cheaper in other places, that you get without the noise canceling. And my 2 major problems with that, one is one of those things where I said a major flaw or major plus, is the battery life on any little wireless earbud is not great to me. I'm expecting a good battery life on a headphone would be 20 hours, would be 30 hours. Nobody's made an ear, as far as I know, a earbud with over, say, 12 to 13 hours of battery life. You go on an air flight, you go in Australia from New York, you're not going to get enough battery life in order to enjoy the headphones. Now you will have the case, but you got to go without it. And I don't want to go without it on a long air flight. No, thank you. Second thing is, I don't think the volume level on these headphones is that great. And it's not loud enough for me. Third thing is that the headphones, what do I want to say again? The third thing is that the headphones are not for audiophiles. Now, if you need a pair of good, cheap, or not so cheap, but good earbuds in this price range, and you don't care about the sound quality as much, and they have to be earbuds because of the fact that you need to hide them from, say, a client or other people in your office or this and that, then great. These are for you. Other than that, I'd probably say skip them. Next is the AirPods Pro. Now, what the AirPods Pro give that the AirPods do not is noise canceling. I'm not rating the noise canceling, nor do I care much about the noise canceling. I will say that when I got them, they were a 10, and now I'd rank them about a 7. I do still have the same problem with the volume, that I don't think it's as loud as other headphones are. And I will say the battery life is, I'll call it garbage, insert an S word in there, compared to over-the-ear or on-the-ear headphones. If you need to hide your headphones for some reason, I know my friend can wear earbuds around the office, but a big pair of headphones, he'd be told to take them off. That's fine. Other than that, also, if you're going to go someplace and all you want to carry is a little pair of AirPods, great, fine. I can understand why you'd use those. Other than that, I'm not saying skip these. Of the 2 AirPods, these are the better ones. And these are not bad. But I will say they're easy to lose. And as far as sound quality, they're not audiophile. If you're an audiophile music listener, you do not want to have Bose AirPods. And I'll make that very clear. They have not made audiophile Bose AirPods yet that I know about. The next ranking goes to the Beats over-the-ear headphones. Beats by Dre or Beats by Apple Beats or whatever you want to call them again. We're not referring to the Apple AirPods Max. I will not try them at the price point they're at. They're too expensive. Now, when I first got these headphones, they were a 9. it took me a while to get used to the fact that they felt heavy on the head at the time. They said we're talking about the Beats Studio 3 headphones that I got a couple years ago from the AT&T store when I was buying my phone. I don't dislike the headphones. I never have. And if you're a big bass heavy fan, like you like rap, if you wear your pants down low, no offense, that's a funny way of putting it, but if you wear your pants down low, these are the headphones for you. You really need bass. Beats is swimming in bass. Best way I can put it to you. Now, I've had these headphones for several years. I gave up on using them after a while. I still kept them. In the last 6 months, actually maybe more like 3 months, over the summer, I tried them out again. Within 5 minutes, realized they don't have the same sound as other headphones I have. Hence the ranking now of a 6. I don't think I'm ever going to go buy another pair of Beats headphones again. They're not what I need. Now, if you're a 13-year-old kid, and you got the newest pair of Beats, yeah, I can understand that. They come in great colors, they're fun to listen to, and of course, you're probably a bass-heavy fan. If you're an older person who listens to music like classical, jazz, whatever, so please take my advice and skip the Beats. Next category. Let me get the rankings. Hold on. Okay, 2 10s. I got a 7. Okay, next ranking is one that I give a 7 right now to. Now, it might change, but there's one big flaw with these headphones. Now, the Bose 700 headphones are ranked by a lot of people as one of the top headphones out there. And when I got them, they were absolutely a 10. Phenomenal sound and phenomenal comfort. My problem now with them, and I now give it a 7, is the fact that the battery life seems to drain pretty quickly after having them for a while. I've had them for over 2 years now. And that's not helpful when you have a pair of headphones. I'd get the Bose 700 headphones. If you're an older person who likes to listen to music, it's more refined. The bass is not as prevalent. I don't want to say the best way I can put that. If you're an older person, if you're the type of person that wants to listen to like classical, jazz, rock, whatever, without the bass, Bose 700s are for you. And I will absolutely tell you, they are the top headphones when I talk about older people. I recommended it to my friend's mother. She's got to be past 60. And she needed headphones. I said, please, stay away from the Beats because they're not the right headphones for you. Next up is a pair of headphones I just got. And I'm going to rank them only once, not a yesterday and today, because I just bought them. I've had them for a total of 2 days. And I used them last night, and they feel very heavy on my head. But the sound quality is absolutely, absolutely killer. And that is Hi-Fi Man, let me get the name out quickly, 400 SE headphones. Now, one thing about the Hi-Fi Man 400 SE headphones, they're wired. And they're for a home theater setup. They're not for Bluetooth. They're not Bluetooth headphones. They're for the audiophile, and the sound quality on an album like the new remaster of John Coltrane's Blue Train is absolutely perfect. However, they are very heavy on the head, and if you are prone to not liking that, stay away from them. Their price point is phenomenal. They were under $110, give or take, with the shipping and handling and tax. And at that price point, I'm willing to work through the heavy on the head. But they are really good sounding headphones, but they are heavy on the head, as I said before. And I would give them about a 9. I'm going to re-review those in about 6 months, probably, if I can remember to do so. And I'm going to give it then because I might get used to the heavy on the head and be able to think differently. Also know that those are open back headphones, so the sound is not private. So it's good for home listening, the best way I can put it. Next would be the 2 pairs of headphones. I'm going to cram them into one number that I would rank as 10s when I bought them and absolutely 10s now. And that is Sony 1000X M4 and M5, and even the M3. The M3s, I would phase them out because the M4 and M5 have replaced them. But the M4 and M5 headphones are absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you're, as I said before, if you're an older person, go with the Bose 700s because the sound stage out of the box is better. An older person's not going to want to fuddle with an EQ. Or most are probably not going to want to fuddle with an EQ. So the Bose 700 are better for an older person. But for somebody who can take the time to go through an EQ, and there are videos online, I'm not sure which ones exactly, but I found one that will give you the exact EQ that you should use, and I've been using it. It sounds fantastic. Now, keep in mind, I use my music on my phone from my CDs. They go to my computer, plug the phone in, put the music on my phone, and I use Apple Lossless for my soundstage. I have a very large phone, so I can fit enough music that I'm satisfied with. And the Sonys are absolutely perfect sounding headphones, and they're very comfortable. I can use them for hours at a time and not be unhappy with them. The only difference between the 4 and the 5 that I might want to say, but they don't take from my points, is that they fold in the 4s and the 5s don't fold. But they're absolutely fantastic headphones. I can't recommend any other headphones more, and I usually don't leave the house without them, without one of the two pairs. Okay. Next up would be my CD player of choice. I've got two. Excuse me for my itch in my throat. I've got two to recommend. One is a CD player, and one is a kind of a listening system. I'll get to that. The CD player I'm going to recommend is the Marantz CD Player 6007. Now, I had a Sony CD player, SACD 5-disc changer. I bought two of them. I gave one to my wife, and I used the other one down in my music room when I first got my music room set up. And I wasn't liking the sound. It was disappointing to me. The Marantz CD Player 6007 makes up for that. The sound on it is nearly perfect. And with the headphones, I will try the Sony again and get back to people on that. But with the Hi-Fi Man headphones, it sounds perfect. Especially that John Coltrane. You can hear every piece of that, and it sounds just great. So if you're looking for a great CD player for about $700-800, Marantz CD Player 6007. Now the other one is my bedroom choice of way to play my CDs, the Bose Wave Radio. Now I'm going to give two reviews to this. At one point, it came with a sound dock, so you put underneath the Bose Wave Radio, and you listen to your music from, and you can play streaming and stuff from your phone. Now they make it without it, and they don't make any way to do that unless you plug the phone in the back of your radio. Without the sound dock, the ranking would be, let me get to it, a 7 to begin with, because these days people want to listen to their phone. These days people want to stream. These days people want to do satellite radio. And now I'd give it a 5 because it's not as good, and the sound is good. The sound is good for an office. The sound is good for your kitchen. The sound is good for a waiting room someplace. The sound is good for your computer room or something like that. Someplace small. It's not good to be your only stereo in the house. Let me make that very clear. With the sound dock in there, it adds it up a little bit. It was a 8 to begin with, and it will stay at an 8. Because with the sound dock, you get your Sirius satellite radio, you get your Spotify, your Apple Music, your Pandora, your digital radio stations, all that other fun stuff, and it makes it worth a little bit more. So there you go. And now for let me get to what I missed. Hold on, I missed one. Okay, next up is the record player of choice, and I'm only going to have one recommendation here. It's the one that my friend Danny told me to get when I moved into our house last year, and it's the one that I recommend. It got a 10 when I moved in the house. It got a 10 today. You need someone to tune it and set it up for you. That's the only thing that I will tell you. And if you don't have someone to do that for you, tone arm and all that other stuff, then it's rendered useless. But when you get it set up, perfect sound. And that is the Project Debut Carvin Evo record player. Now, you got to get the Evo if you're a 45 fan like me, because you can't change between 45s and 33s as easily on the older models of the Project Debut Carvin record players. But if you get an Evo, you can do it with one turn of a switch. Absolutely fantastic record player. Highly recommended for the price point. It's about $650 with tax and shipping and all that fun stuff. Well recommended. Now I'm going to go with the two pieces I use for my receiver, or whatever you want to call that system. Okay, first the old piece. Now I know the piece that I have for this is not being made anymore, and I have to do the review with a provision. I did live in an apartment for years and had this in the apartment for a while, and I'm going to give the review for an apartment and a review for a house. That is the Bose Lifestyle 535 series. I believe it's a 2, but I'm not 100% sure on that. The Bose Lifestyle system is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for a house. I think watching television on it, the sound quality on it is really good the Bose Lifestyle system is absolutely fantastic for an apartment. You can't have it that loud anyway, and the boominess of it isn't there, which is absolutely fantastic. Still good. The TV sound is perfect for an apartment. For a house, you might want booming sound, which will be my next system, and so it doesn't boom, but it does sound rich and full, and it does sound rich and full in the music. And for a while now, I wanted to rank this even lower, but I've been listening to the CDs with the volume turned up, and it sounded better than I expected with the Marantz CD player and the Pro J record player. So my ranking was, let me go back and look at my list. My ranking was a 10 when I first got it back in 2015. I'd now give it an 8. I didn't replace it with a Marantz, which I really wanted to at first. And the last but not least, my main receiver for the TV room in our house. Now I've listened to music on here, I've listened to the TV, we've streamed on here, we've watched movies, Blu-rays and 4Ks, and I can't say enough about this thing. 10s all around when I got it, 10s all around now. It is the Marantz receiver, SR5015, 8K receiver. Now I don't use the 8K, or at least I don't know that I use the 8K, because who has 8K DVDs, or Blu-rays or whatever, or things, and what TV stations are in 8K? But what we do use of it booms. We can hear it from downstairs, which sounds great. And the music sounds like it's popping on there. I've tried Super Audio CDs on there. They sound perfect. Absolutely a high recommendation. Now, it is about $1,300. I know the Denons are cheaper than that. I don't know much about the Denons. I can't say much. My friend's getting a Denon, and I don't know if it's that great. I've heard good things about Denons as well for cheaper, but I really, really, really like this Marantz, and I won't turn back. It's Marantz for me for now. Anyway, that's my recommendations of audio stuff that I use to listen to my music. I guess watch TV as well, and movies and stuff like that too, for the receivers. And I hope this helps when looking for a audio to listen to or your music with. If you have any questions about any of the above items in terms of the sound quality, drop them in the message center down there, where you can leave me a message down there. And if you like this video, hit a like, subscribe, hit the dingy to get notified. I'm Nick the CD Man. This has been my basic reviews for my electronics and my listening headphones, receivers, CD players, etc., record player that I use in my house. Hope you like this video. Thanks. Have a great day and keep listening to Physical Media.